Hey everybody, welcome to Jen Lowry Writes. All right, tonight we're just hanging out, having some author time together while I'm going to be working on interior formatting and sharing news and everything that's going on in the author life right now. Super exciting. I want to share all that out, and then you guys can help me, hold me accountable, and we can have some live writing time tonight. So right now I am working on what I call the pretties of the book, and I'm designing the interior formatting because Love Over Pizza is being self-published by me. So I am going to be releasing that on February the 7th. Yes, like 2021. So my editor has it right now. I have done all that I can do for her. Uh, just send it on, and I'm excited to work with Sally and get my edited copy back. That way I will be able to then transfer it into my template. So I do have a book template that I have been using since 2019. Dang, that sounds crazy. And that template really serves as my foundation of all of the setup behind the scenes, margins, and all that kind of stuff. I am so thankful for YouTubers that are out there in the world who are sharing how to do this work. Because when I first tried to make my template in Word, it was tears, y'all. It is a little frustrating at the beginning if you just don't quite know about page breaks and how to set up the chapter headings for them to all of that. But I'm telling you, because of the authors that have come before me, they showed everything. Bethany Adizada, Mandy Lynn. You can go and find YouTubers right now who show how to set up the front matter, how to set up the back matter, what should you include in these pieces. My friend Pooja helped me out with that. Love Pooja. I told the story about Pooja sending me this gift, and knowing that she got it in February of last year, and then Monarch took flight on January the 1st. It's crazy. But Pooja helped me when I first made my template. She reviewed it and she was like, wait, you got a page off here at the beginning. So it's always good to have people around you that you know. And I've got somebody here right now that I know, Tish. Hey. Tish is over on Twitch, everybody. So if you're catching it on YouTube and you're like, wait, what's happening? Who's she talking to? We don't see anybody. Tish is there. Hey, Tish, what you working on tonight? What you cooking up? I am getting ready to pull up my template. I wanted to do like just some sharing out of all the news. Tish, you know all the news. So last night, I jumped online because I already had it scheduled at 7 o'clock. And it was just to talk about my cover. That's all it was meant for. It was this little segment that I was interviewing Rachel Clark, and it was just for that. But there were so many things that I wanted to say in that video. Like, I wanted to just keep talking and be random because I had so many exciting publishing opportunities and things to share, but I knew this was not that time. So I was like, man, I gotta wait till tomorrow night at 7 o'clock to talk about all this good stuff that the Lord is doing. So, okay, so let's see. First news, the biggest news. Okay, I should have written down all the news because Tish, I'm probably gonna forget. Oh, hey Tish, now Tish is on YouTube. She jumped over. Well, Tish, you can rest easy tonight knowing that what you said about the Sunday Killer, it is happening. So, guys, Tish knows all about the Sunday Killer because she was my beta reader for this adult crime thriller that I wrote during Nano. Tish, like, it's all you because Nano was your thing, and you were like, Jen, you need to do Nano. And I was like, okay, so tell me what to do, how to do it. I created a cabin. We had a cabin in the woods. Was working on the thriller. thanks to Alexa Dawn and some of the other, YouTubers out there too that are sharing about writing thrillers and plotting. And I tried new things with this book. First time working with an adult crime drama, I will tell you, and I loved every second of it. Tish is working on her cozy mystery right now that's going to be released in 2021. So Tish also loves a good mystery. So I was like, well, maybe Tish would be a great reader for this. She might like it. And thank you, Tish, for reading everything from beginning to end, the whole book. Like, sometimes it's hard. Like, I'll get maybe a beta, and they're just so overcommitted. But Tish, she stuck through and she read it. So we wrote that. Gosh, I wrote it during Nano. And it was the first Nano. It wasn't the November Nano. It was the summer one. And I was just getting this whole understanding of the Nano dashboard and clocking down my dates. I wrote live on Twitch for the first time. Tish, remember that? I was using Twitch for the first time, and I was writing the Sunday Killer live. And so I was doing dual streaming while I was writing. Oh, look. Hey, I'm sharing the news out, Nick. So Nick, did you just join us and hear that it's because of Tish? She was all encouraging for me to do NaNoWriMo. Have you ever participated in Nano, Nick? Because if you haven't, Tish is going to get you there. That's all I know. Tish is going to make you do it. But she was just, her and Ann would talk about Nano all the time. And I'd be like, what are they talking about? And so here I am doing Nano, and I wrote the Sunday Killer, and it was 70-some thousand words. Well, then I had to step away because you guys know what my editing process is. I'll write the manuscript, then I'll step away, and I'll come back in it for a full edit and a read through. Oh, Nick, see? Her and Ann made you join, and it was fun. They made me join, and I wrote the Sunday Killer, so I had a book to show for it. In the fall of the year, in that Nano, I wrote my children's book. So, I wrote Ghoul School during that one too. So I had 2 books during the different Nanos last year. And so here I am, going through the edits, reworking it, and I'm thinking, and so Tish is reading it, and Tish is like, how much she loved the book. She was just encouraging to me, Nick, and she would be like, I see this book going somewhere. This book is going to make it. So I was like, you know what? Oh, you can. You get Tish around you, you get us around you, and you'll work with us. Yep. See, you'll work with us. Yeah, you will this year. This is your year, Nick. It's our year. We're claiming 2021. It's our year. And so Tish, she read it. She was encouraging to me. Yep, Tish was like, she felt like it was just going to be a success. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try. And Tish and I talk about each individual book that we write. It has its own path. So, for example, with Love Over Pizza, I wrote this book in December, and I just finished it. And it's already off to my editor. I already have it ready to go up on pre-order. That book was meant for my publishing company, for my self-publishing. It was never meant for anywhere else. That's the way I saw Love Over Pizza, and I went that route. But with the Sunday Killer, Tish and I talked back and forth, and it was like, let's see. Yeah, I think in this one, I'm going to at least try. And then I had myself this date. And I was like, I've got my date. I'll keep, I'll send out these, emails. I'll do query letters. I'll do all of that, and I'll see if I can get an agent or a publishing company. I did PitMad with it. I love PitMad, guys. Y'all got Nick. PitMad is so cool. It's really great to help you with your pitches. So I was doing all of that for the Sunday Killer. And here we go. Yesterday, I got an email, and it was, we would love to collaborate with you, work with you, and we would love to publish the Sunday Killer. So you can ask Tish, Nick, for real. I saw the subject line, and it was like the offer to publish, and I started texting Tish. I couldn't even open the email. I said, Tish, I got this email. And she's like, open it. I can see you now, Tish. And I couldn't open it. I was like, I'm scared. I'm excited. I'm scared and I'm excited. And I was driving to pick up the groceries. I'm like, and I've got this email, and I'm like, oh my goodness. She's like, open it. So I got home and I opened it. I waited because I didn't know about my heart, how it was all going to play out. And I didn't want to be like out there. I don't know. People might have needed to see me praising Jesus in the middle of the food line, parking lot in the food line to go line. I don't know. But here I am at the house, and I read it, and that's when I'm just like, yes, because I'd researched this place. This is a place I prayed for. Like, for real. Like, I prayed specifically over if I am asking for agency representation, if I'm sending out an email to a literary agent, like, I've been praying about that person. I've been praying about these matches. Would they be a right fit for me? Would this be a place where I would want to stay, and I would want to grow, and I would want to develop as an author too? Because I always have so much to learn. So I prayed for this place, and I got it back, and it was a yes. So now I'm moving forward with that. Of course, I said yes, and already kind of checked everything, done all my due diligence on what I needed to do. So that way, when a literary agent would email me back and go, oh yes, I would love to represent you, I don't have to say, wait, who is that person? Where were they from? And why was it that I picked them? I mean, yes, I have my spreadsheet. I do have a query. I don't pay for Query Tracker, use query trackers or anything like that. I make my own query tracker. But, I do work. It takes me hours to send out query letters because I have done a lot of extensive research on agents, on publishing houses, if I'm going for indie presses, which I love. I loved my lady who published Sweet Potato Jones. I had a great experience. They do romance. So I know I couldn't pitch this one to her. So I didn't even try because it's not like I had some kind of issue. No, I love swoon romance. I love my lady, but they don't work within that book. They don't want that book. They're not there for my adult thriller. It's a sweet romance place. It's a swoon. It ain't sweet, but it's a romance place. So Nick asked, is it horror or mystery? It is a crime thriller. So when I first started it, Nick, okay, I will tell you, my Aunt Dot, you guys have heard me talk about my Aunt Dot. And yes, Tish, God is good all the time. Amen. All the time, God is good. So my Aunt Dot, I messaged her, and I never delete any of our messages. I have all of them. So I messaged her, Nick, and I love her so much. And I said, Dot, I want to write this new book. And I want to write about a serial killer. And she's like, in a cult too. I love documentaries, crime shows. We had just got off The Mentalist, Tish. Remember? How many times were we talking about The Mentalist? I just finished it too. So you talk about living the binge of The Mentalist and having Lisbon right there. Loved Love that character. I love the character dynamics. I love them all. Like, I love Cho, Patrick, Van Pelt. Like, seriously, I love them all. And I just finished off of The Mentalist because I had never seen it. And my husband was like, hey, you got to watch this. So we binged it. And then after that, Nana was coming up. And I said, you know what? I've always wanted to write a serial killer book. And, Red John was that highlight. And that was the whole underground workings and all of that. It was so red herring. Oh my gosh, T. Like, if you break down those screenplays, man, the screenwriting of The Mentalist, ooh, it's good. It's good. It leaves you till right there near the end, and it all just goes bam all at once. Eli even agreed to let us watch it again. Like, he knows I want to watch it all the way through again. So he was like, yeah, I guess it's been a while. Let's wait a couple more months. I'm ready. So I just got off that. I'm messaging Aunt Dot, and I'm telling her, I'm thinking I want to do this book now. I think I'm ready. And she was like, well, baby, I'm going to tell you right now, if you do this book, do not write it from a point of view of the serial killer because I won't read it. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was in my brain, I was going to go like detective, and then I was going to have some little parts in there. We'll do switching the POV, serial killer. She's like, I just won't read it. And I was like, okay, Aunt Dot, I won't go that route. I will just write it from the lead detective. And so here I am, talking about the names. Aunt Dot helped me pick out the names. And Heather is the name of the main character. She helped me with Heidi, of course. And then, I would just go back and forth with Aunt Dot and let her know, because Dot loves a good mystery too. Dot is a huge Nora Roberts fan too. Oh, we all need an Aunt Dot. She is the most special thing. I love her so. She's so sweet, so loving, and so encouraging. She's like my best cheerleader. And we got Tish too. We got Tish, Nick. Let's go ahead and call out Tish's name. Oh, Tish, she's so special. And so Aunt Dot pretty much, she was my first person I went to about the Sunday Killer. And it's just, I knew that it would take on once I started the page. And so page 1, it comes, and then here comes Heather Moody, and I'm like, okay, well, what's happening? Yep, Mama Tish. And it's like, I just let the story take over. And I love the team. Have a rhinestone cowboy. I've got a diva. I got a quick jaw McGraw in there. Like the fastest hands on the force, that kind of thing that you would always want in the corner. I love the team. I love Kane. And if this makes it into a series, Kane is going to be, of course, more prominent in some of the future books, but I love his part too. So I love it all. So, Nick, if you like crime thrillers, I will be having The Sunday Killer coming out, hopefully 2021. So, got like Tish, when she read it, she was like, okay, there's a part. You got to like beef it up here. You got to work on this. And so I'm waiting to see what the editor is that they're going to team me up with. And I will be with this editor, and we will be working and shaping up the book. So I'm sure that it will have its moments where it's going to definitely need to grow and change and develop. So the chemistry of the team matters to me. And I'm going to tell you, the Mentalist chemistry, like, I've seen CSI Miami, I used to watch that. I've watched, these kind of series shows, but I love the goodness, the heart of this team. So I think that when I'm writing my characters, Tish, I find myself doing this. Of course, Heather, she's my main, and of course, I take care of her, but I take care of those that are around her. I take care of all of the characters. To me, and I hate to say, like, I'm equally, So thanks, Tish. She said if you think that if you love CSI, you're gonna love the Sunday Killer. Yeah. But I love to do that with my books. So like for Love Over Pizza, Nick, that's my newest one that I wrote. Now this one is a love story. It is a small town love story. And it is about family too. And it's about a brother and a sister. And then it's about two best friends. It has a group of elder ladies in it that are the Circle G's, which is led by Tangi. Tangi's in her 60s, and she's Reba McEntire. So just letting you guys know. But I try to take care. Like, I love Tangi. Like in Sweet Potato Jones, oh my gosh, you tell me how much, like, Sunshine, Miss Sunshine Patterson, I will love Miss Sunshine forever and a day. And of course, I love Sweet Potato, but oh, Belle just pulls at my heartstrings. Like, when I'm working my characters, I just imagine them as parts of my family. They're so real to me. Oh, he likes the title pizza. It caught his attention. I could see a couple eating pizza and just hanging out. So, Nick, I can't wait for you to read that one. I'll send it to you, Nick. You've got to send me an email. Here, Nick. It's getting edited right now. Send me an email if you've got time. If you want to check out Love Over Pizza, I can go ahead and send you that one, and you can check it out. I'll be under contract with the Sunday Killer, so I won't be able to send that one. But Love Over Pizza, I can send to you. But so just send me an email, and I will attach it back. And maybe you'll like it. But I cried a couple of times through Love Over Pizza. I will tell you that there are parts in it that are me. And I will say that that's probably in every book. There are parts in Heather that are me, I think, in Heather Moody. Now, I'm not tough like her. I'm not that crime detective Lisbon type character. But there are parts of vulnerability that I always see pop up. And in Love Over Pizza, of course, Tangi's the singer. She's the Reba McEntire, but Tangi's the singer. Heather is not. So there is singing parts in it, though. There's moments where there's singing. So I have to have music somewhere. It's got to be there somewhere. So I'm hoping that you guys will like Love Over Pizza. And I'm excited about it coming out. So I'm releasing that one February the 7th. And now I'll have to wait and see about my publishing schedule, because what I learned before, and Tish, you remember this from last year, that you don't want to compete with yourself. So I've got all of these books for 2021 on my list. But now that doesn't mean that it's their year, because Bad to the Bone, which is, Nick, it is for 4th grade readers and up. That one, that's an early middle grades chapter book. I've got Bad to the Bone finished. I absolutely love that story. I think it's a book that is so relevant for right now. And then I've got The Fae of Averly, which is my 4th grade and up. It's my early reader fantasy, like getting students right into that Narnia type experience, the fantasy world at a young age. It's easy access vocabulary. So I have those books, but I don't know about the timing, because I'm going to have to wait until I see what my publishing schedule is going to be for the Sunday Killer. And once that one is now going to take Of course, I've got February 7th. I've already got that pre-order set for Love Over Pizza. But for the rest of the year, I might just kind of hold on a minute, pull back, and then just let those books. They're not going anywhere. That means 2022, I could work the Faye Everly. Oh, Nick. Okay, so yes, perfect for Valentine's Day. I want to show him the cover, Tish. He wasn't here last night. I got to show him. So, Nick, I will show you what I was making first so you can see the mess I was doing because it was some mess, okay? I'm going to show you the progression. I think you need to understand the mess that I put everybody through because what I do is I make this mess, right? And then I share it out with everybody. And I'm like, what do y'all think of this mess? Okay, I'm going to get to the very bottom of this. And I'm going to actually put the one that I'm going to use right here. And then I'm going to add a page because I want you to see the back. You got to see the back. So Tish, she did it in 5 minutes. And I'm like, girl. So one of our WWJs, Meek, her name is Rachel Clark. She writes middle grades. She also writes short stories. She's been in anthologies. She wrote The Big Old Bike. When the boys get a little older in this middle school, it'd be great for them. It's a wonderful children's book that matters. And she's one of our dear friends. And we were just going back and forth. And I was showing her everybody. I was like, I put it in the WWJs. I put it on my personal Facebook. Oh, awesome. Thanks for supporting Rachel. And so I got to tell her, Nick. And she did all those illustrations on her own. So that's hers. So she's super talented. She did a cover, super talented. And I show my covers to my friends and family. And I'm like, guys, what do y'all think? Because they are so awesome for me. They are so honest. And then I'll get people to comment. And then I'll get people in my chat. And in my chat, it's, look, have you considered taking the circle off and putting a pizza there? And, oh, have you considered doing something and putting a girl at the window? And I'm like, whoa, Tish. They were like giving me like stuff that I just could not do. Like, can't you have a girl looking through the window of the pizza shop? I'm like, ooh, maybe in 10 years, but not today, not before February the 7th. And so then when Rachel sent me the cover, my heart just leapt for joy. I knew that it was a Holy Spirit, God thing. It was absolutely perfect. Yeah, the art is great that she did. So wait do you see the cover? Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And that way you can see it. It was purely a God thing. Okay, so I was gifted, and there's my friend Rachel. I'll show you Rachel. There's Rachel. She was in an interview with me last night, and this is the book that she wrote, and she got it traditionally published, The Big Old Bike. Okay, so when I originally saw this image, I was gifted free images from Deposit Photos, and this was one of the ones that I picked. But this isn't them. So Tish, now they don't look like this at all in my brain. But this is kind of the couple that I was going to go with. But no, it's not. It's not them anymore. And so then I started playing around because I thought it was going to be a romantic comedy, Nick. I really thought it was going to be a rom-com. And so I knew that I needed to go with the genre covers. And so I was making all of these. It's about internet dating. I met my husband online. So this one is kind of Cupid's Connection is the name of it. So they meet each other online. So I was like, yep, we got to have the phones. So I was playing around. Then when I realized that it switched, that it wasn't a rom-com anymore, thanks to my friend Michelle. Michelle was reading it, and Michelle messaged me, and she was like, and she did it in such that beautiful way. Maybe you need to think about it in this way, because the way that I'm reading it, it's more this. It's more love story. It's more family. It's more Southern voice. It's more contemporary fiction instead of saying that it's a romantic comedy. And I'm like, well, then, okay, stop the presses. I got to change the cover. So I'm messaging Tish, and I'm saying, Tish, we got to throw out them ideas I had. Now look at this. So I found this image. I'm going to blow it up a little bit so you guys can see it. I found this image on Deposit Photos, and I wanted to play around with it. I subsequently went over and I bought this image because I said, this is perfect for the setting. This looks like the pizza shop. It's in a quaint town shop villages. So it would, in my mind, look like this. So that was pretty much what I was going with. And then I started doing all kinds of different fonts. Pepper needs pizza. Luca needs love. They need each other. Then one of my writer friends messages me behind the scenes and says, they need each other. You need to drop that. That's very generic. And you need to use something like slice, delivery, order up. And I'm like, I got you. I got you. And so I kept playing with it. And it's Pepper needs pizza. Luca needs love. The perfect order this side of heaven. Because there is a lot of mention to It's a Wonderful Life in the book. I don't know if you guys love that or not as much as my husband and I do, but It's a Wonderful Life. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. So that is perfect for the cover. That matches. And then she told me to add the little pizza icon here. So I did that. So then Rachel messages me and she's like, Jen, have you thought about turning it teal? Because it'll bring out the trees. I'm like, what tree? Blue. Where'd she see blue? Y'all see that blue down there? I was like, oh, I see it now. And that's when you know you got a designer. It's not me. And so she's like, can you shadow it? And can you make the shadow darker? And I'm like, I'm trying, right? And I'm doing what I can. Can you change the font? Can you get the font's too thin? And can you double it up? So I do all these. I even made the blue at the beginning. I got some people liking the blue, but overwhelmingly the votes were in and orange won. So then I keep going. I keep trying different photos. Which ones do I like? What am I going to use? This is symbolic in the book too. And then I started going back to that. And I was like, no, I can't do those anymore. This was going to be Titus. And then playing around, those were old. And look, Nick, look, there it is. This is so perfect. Like, such a big change. And that's why we need talented individuals in our life. Tish, you are super talented. I cannot wait to share the Sunny Killer with the world. And look at the back. Look at the back. The menu with Geo's right there with the basil on it. Okay. Just love it. Just love it. So, yes. So, Nick, I'm telling you, it was just crazy how it all worked out. Because the basil in the dad's words of wisdom, it's put basil on everything. And then, of course, it's on the front and the back. Like, it's just all of the stuff was lining up. And we had a video about it last night about the menus and how that kind of forced Angel into her space so she could play around again with something that she loved. And so the menu being on the back kind of helps with that Angel's development to me as a character. Yeah, Tish, I'm telling you, it is original. Yes. So here's the thing, too, about Love Over Pizza. It's going to be released the week of Valentine's Day. and I'm going to be, talking about it that week and doing all of that. But there is a holiday, it's based on the holidays. So I'm thinking I could eat pizza every day. Pepper could eat pizza every day. We can have, love stories every day, and we can have Christmas every day. So just to I interviewed Rachel about her process, Nick, and got an opportunity to tell her like how all those pieces matched up, because we were doing our, back and forth on just, the professional side. She was like, what do you want me to change? And I'm like, perfect, nothing, can't change anything. She was like, yeah, but, and I'm like, no, but it's perfect. So you have to see. So I'm super excited about Love Over Pizza. So we've got that coming out February 7th. And then that next weekend, which is actually the 13th and the 14th, I was asked to serve on a panel for Children's Lit. Super excited about that. And guess what's coming out February 1st? Second book of Ghoul School. The Case of the Missing Coffin is book 1. And the Harvest Moon Dance Disaster is book 2. And that one's coming out February 1st. I already have it up on pre-order. It's been up. I put it in a library promotion. I'm really hoping that it gets picked up. But yeah, super excited because I get to share Ghoul School, that both of those books, with that audience for and then My Fly Felix and Me came out January 1st. So Tish, when I was asked to be on that panel, I was like, praise Jesus, that gives me an opportunity to share my love of books and books that matter. And then I get to talk about also my process too. And I get to hang out in a lunchtime session. So if he wants it, I can send it to Nick. Tish, I'll send it to him. You're talking about My Fly Felix? They might like that one. We'll see. I can send him that one too. Just email me, Nick. But I've got my book, my paperback is coming in the mail. Hopefully it's going to be here this week. And as soon as it comes and I get it in my hand, I'm going to do a YouTube read aloud. So I'm going to read the books. That way the book has access. I'm going to do the same thing for Ghoul School. I'm going to read it all aloud. That way it will give students access to those books. So Ghoul School Book 1 is already on my YouTube channel. I did that for the R.L. Stine birthday. So now for Ghoul School 2, I'm getting it and I can't wait to share it. Can't wait. So that happened with the panel. So I got that added to the list of good news. We've got the WWJ conferences that we are starting to work on this week. And Tish, man, I'm telling you, like, let's see. I tell them that writers are superstars. They remember the video with the painting. Oh, tell the boys that I put in their favorite pizza toppings. I went back to the painting video and I looked in the comments and I got their pizza toppings and I put it in the book. Let me tell you that, Nick. So, yes, I did. I went back and I did it, and their pizza toppings are in there. Yeah, because I changed up them talking about their different pizzas. Perfect. It was perfect. And Tish, I've got you a pineapple in there. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's sweet and it's just for you, Tish, not for me. So the WWJ conference, we're having 2 this year. So today, the events are set up on Facebook. So, Nick, I hope you'll be able to go to those. We're going to have the Youth Summit on May 22nd. And then on August the 6th and 7th, we're having the conference, the big conference, the 2-day. This year's 2 days. And we're almost booked. And I sent out emails today. So, Tish, we're like slammed. I told Michelle, I was like, we already said that we would protect Sunday and not have a day on Sunday for the conference, but we are close to filling up. So, yeah, you've got to come with a journal, get ready to take bunches of notes, because I'm sure not only is it going to be led by the Spirit, but it is going to be truly a great opportunity for connection, us meeting new people, sharing what the Lord is doing, and learning about the art world. We do a lot in such a short time because Tish is right. It's God moving. It's not us. And so, like, when people think about organizing, now Tish is a testament to this. Tish, last year when we organized the WWJ conference, we started the end of May, and by August we had everything taken care of, ready to roll. It was like all like clockwork. Everything was lining up, everything was working out. And when we had our reflection meeting, we said, let's try, instead of waiting to May, to ask people to be our speakers and to present with us on panels. Let's try to ask them earlier, because people could start filling up calendars for their virtual events for 2021. So that's why today I just felt led this afternoon, just to start sending an email. And guys, I sent an email when I felt like, okay, the Lord brought people's names to my heart. And I was like, they would be perfect for this conference. There's something that they have to say that's going to matter to at least one person. And so I did have us a list from our reflection meeting, because we did want to invite some of our impactful speakers. Like, everybody was lovely, but we did want to ask some back on a rotation and have them come back again. So we didn't want to completely make it to where it was the same exact speakers, but we did want to offer for just a few to have them come back. So I messaged them. I messaged new people that the Lord put on my heart, and I've already got yes. Let me check my calendar. I'll give me some dates. I'll work around that. So Tish and Nick, Tish is speaking this time. Tish is having her session. All right, Tish. So excited. Tish, we're going to be supporting you 100%. Tish, I want to be your moderator. I'm putting my name beside you. I want to moderate Tish, even though Tish is like the tech queen of the WWJ, so I'm just going to be in the background. And then if something happens, I'm going to unmute myself and I'll say, hey, Tish, what's up, Tish? I want to moderate you, Tish. Yay, yes, Nick. I'm proud of Tish, too. I'm proud of you, Tish. So, yeah, we got us a packed speaker list. And so now that the speaker list is coming together, I have a couple of slots left that I'm waiting for confirmation for times. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. Then I have a couple of slots left that I'm waiting for return emails. And I'm sure that within this week, I am praying that I will get those responses. And if people have to say no because it just doesn't work for them in 2021 because their calendars or they've got other things going on, that's great. The Lord will line up who is meant to share on those days. But we're having the Youth Summit for all children's book authors, from children's books to YA, separate. And then we're going to hold the general conference too. So that way we can really heavy hit children's lit. Which I'm super excited about that one too. And I'm going to present too, Tish. Last year, I stayed all behind the scenes. I did those Eventbrites, those free ticketed events, but I'm going to do those again this summer. But I'm also going to present at the WWJ conference, I think, unless I have to give my spot up, which I will give my spot up. Nobody else is giving their spot up. Because I am going to have those free ticketed events. And that's good. Like, oh, look, we're going to cast y'all on the big screen. Oh, Tish, you're going to be like way up on the big screen. So we're excited about that conference. We're having a planning meeting tomorrow night, Tish, if you can make it at 7. And it's just to kind of go over the logistics of everything, who wants to work with who all we have lined up so far. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow night. Of course, praying always. I told you guys today in the WWJs, I was like, of course I want y'all to say y'all are going to start praying for this conference, because we need to pray every day that the Lord will move on that day, and it can be an encouragement that someone needs to go after and chase their words. And that's what I pray for, is that people will be inspired. They will learn, of course, something new that they can apply back to their author life, but that they can also just have time to connect. So I'm still praying over a leading Bible verse for the conference. And as soon as the Lord brings that, I will share that out too. So just the early stages have started. And when I felt led to send an email or get on LinkedIn and send a message, I already asked for a special keynote, Tish, and it's somebody that I've learned tons from off of YouTube. So I reached out to a YouTuber who is a self-published author. He runs his own business. He's awesome, phenomenal, so motivational, and fingers crossed. We emailed back. He gave me his email. We emailed back. So I'm waiting to hear confirmation if he'll be a keynote. So we'll see. So I won't give any away until we kind of get the lineup scheduled all together and I get clear confirmations. But I do know Tish is presenting. And Delview is going for the kids conference, and she's going to talk about plotting. So she's going to be doing all about the plot, how to plot for the book. So that's going to be cool, because I can't wait for that one. We've got Rachel going, author illustrator. So then the boys would get to meet Rachel. That would be really cool, since they already have the big old bike. So she's going to do the author illustrator piece. I have another dear friend who took her yoga experience. She's a yoga instructor. She's a counselor. And she's combined those two loves with science. And she has just received some of her proofs. She should have everything done. She is a traditionally published author. And I beta read for her. Absolutely love her work. You're going to love it, Tish. And she's going to present, and she should have her copy by then. Her book is going to be published this summer. So she was going to go on the youth summit and then share out her proofs and everything, because she's still working with her illustrator with the publishing company. So love that. Oh, yeah. And it's about the constellations, Nick. And so it's how the constellations and yoga, and it's the daughter and the dad. So that one's going to be releasing this summer. So I'm excited for my friend. And I loved how she used to support my classes too, Nick. She used to come in and she used to do Poe Health Center, which is a great place here in North Carolina. And they would offer services to schools. And she worked in small groups with my students for like a 12-week program, like 12 weeks, twice a day. She did it for 3 years. We had a partnership. So I love this lady so much. So Lauren Barrett, the 30-day challenge. The boys have a telescope, Tish. They're going to be drawing. They're going to be writing their own stories. So Lauren Barrett has said yes. Lydia Collins has said yes. She writes sci-fi YA. I've got Allie said yes. Allie is going to be at the Youth Summit for her children's books. Pooja said yes. Diana said yes. So we've got Diana. I'm just waiting for Diana to give me her time. I've got the list here. Let me see. I don't want to leave anybody. Oh, Michelle said yes. And then something that we talked about too, Tish, which we want to do more of this year that we did not do last year. We did a final session together where all of us kind of hung out on the screen. Oh, I know. It's going to be amazing. It's all free. Everything is free. I used to tell the boys all the time when they were growing up, oh, yeah, we love Michelle. I gotta take a picture of that, Nick. I'm gonna say the boys love some Michelle. I'm gonna send it to her. Dad's just gonna love that, Nick. I'm gonna say we're talking about you. We are talking about you. Yeah, everything's free. Yes. Oh, what did they think of Ruby? Love it. Love it. Oh, sweethearts. That's what they are. She said, LOL, wait, what? He said they still remember the stickers. They read your book. Okay. She's going to love this. Yes. Very good. Tease. I love them boys. She's sending hearts. She's sending big smiley face hearts. Tell the boys. Yeah, she said that's adorable. It is. It is. So yeah, so you got to come to the conference now, Nick. Bring the kids. They're going to all end up being writers like you. And then, Dad, you need to be writing because that is the best thing for them. Seeing you write, they're going to all pick it up and they're going to be writing. And you know what I love, Tish? Sam's got a best friend named Jack. And Jack, like, pretty much, he's from another state, but he's like with us because they're FaceTiming all the time. They're always together. And now Jack's writing a book. I'm like, go, Jack. Let's get them. Let's get them all. Let's sprinkle it all on them. Nick, let's go, Tish. Get the girls. Get the girls. Get to sprinkle them with writer love. Yep. And then they're supporting somebody that Jack knew who wrote a book and she created her own language. It's got a great cover. She designed it, everything. I've got to get that from Sam. I can share that with you. Yeah, love it. Yes, spread the love. I'm telling you, the Lord will equip you with every single thing that you need to do this life. And then when you're not so sure, you depend upon Him, and then He will bring people to surround you. So, All right, guys, I think I need to get on off of here and I actually need to work on some interior formatting. So I'm so glad you guys hung out with me tonight, sharing in all of the good news. And tell the boys that I said hey. Tish, love you. And I will check you guys out later.